Hi dear students, welcome to our session on microbial production of organic acid. In this video, we are going to discuss about citric acid production. Citric acid is a weak organic tricarboxylic acid found in citrus fruits. Citrus fruits like lemons, oranges, tomatoes, beetroots are those fruits which contain sufficient amount of citric acid and they are classified as acid fruits. Citric acid is produced by three methods. The first one is fermentation, the second one is chemical synthesis, and the third one is extraction from citrus fruits. Citric acid is the most important commercial product which is found in almost all plant and animal tissues. It is the most important organic acid produced in tonnage and is extensively used in food and pharmaceutical industries. It is good natural preservative and is also used to add an acidic taste to food and soft drinks. More than 1,000,000 tons are produced every year by fermentation. Citric acid was first isolated from lemon juice. It is also a natural intermediate in Krebs cycle. They are naturally non-toxic due to its widespread presence. They are also produced by several molds and bacteria from a variety of substrate. It got a pleasant taste and property of enhancing existing flavors, and it have ensured its dominance in industry. It accounts around 75% of citric acid usage in food, confectioneries and beverages. Around 10% of the citric acid is used in pharmaceutical industries and around 15% in other industrial uses. It is produced in anhydrous or monohydrate form. Large number of microorganisms including bacteria, fungi and yeast have been employed to produce citric acid. The main advantage of using these microorganisms are they are easy to handle and it has the ability to ferment a variety of cheap raw materials and it also provides high yields. Microorganisms involved include the fungi like Aspergillus niger, Aspergillus eclectus, Avamori, Carbonaris, Venti, Photides, Penicillium gentianellum, bacteria like Bacillus licheniformis, Arthrobacter paraffinans, Corynebacterian species, and the yeast species include Saccharomycosis lipolytica, Candida tropicalis, Candida oleophila, Candida guermonti, Parapsilosis, Citroformans, and Hansenula anamosa. Citric acid production. Fermentation is the most economical and widely used way for synthesis of citric acid production. The industrial citric acid production can be carried out in three different ways that include surface fermentation, submerged fermentation, and solid state fermentation. The basic substrate for citric acid fermentation in plants using the surface method of fermentation is beet or cane molasses. Plants using submerged fermentation can use not only beet or cane molasses but a substrate of higher purity such as hydrolyzed starch, technical and pure glucose, refined or raw sugar, purified and condensed beet or cane juice. Substrates commonly used include beet molasses, cane molasses, sucrose, syrups, starch, hydrol, alkane, oils and fats. Production processes. Surface or submerged fermentation technique dominated over traditional method of preparing citric acid by extraction from various juices. Promising results were obtained in fed batch process and by continuous fermentation. Citric acid fermentation using immobilized Aspergillus niger cells on various kinds of carriers such as glass, polyurethane forms, and fragmented calcium alginate beads, polyacrylamide gels, agar, agaros, cellulose carriers, metal screens and polyester felts were used. Now let's see what's happening in surface fermentation process. Molasses is used as substrate and it consists of about 15 to 20% of sucrose along with added nutrients. It is acidified with phosphoric acid to a pH between 6 to 6.5 and heated at temperature around 110 degrees Celsius for 15 to 45 minutes. Potassium hexacyanoferrate is added to the whole substrate to precipitate out complex trace metals and to act in excess as a metabolic inhibitor, restricting growth and promoting acid production. Inoculation is performed in two ways: as a suspension of conidia added to the cooled medium, or as a dry conidia mixed with sterile air and spread as an aerosol over the trace. The temperature is kept constant at 30 degrees Celsius during the fermentation by means of air current. Within 24 hours after inoculation, the germinating spores start forming a 2 to 3 cm cover blanket of mycelium floating on the surface of the substrate. As a result of the uptake of ammonium ions, the pH of the substrate falls to 2. The fully developed mycelium floats as a thick white layer on the nutrient solution. The fermentation process stops after 8 to 14 days. And then the recovery of mycelium is done to extract citric acid. Next one is the solid state fermentation. The solid substrate is soaked with water up to 65 to 70% of water content. After the removal of excess water, the mass undergoes a steaming process. Sterile starch base is inoculated by spreading Aspergillus niger conidia in the form of aerosol or as a liquid conidia suspension on the substrate surface. The pH of the substrate is about 5 to 5.5 and incubation temperature is 28 to 30 degrees Celsius. Growth can be accelerated by adding alpha amylase, although the fungus can hydrolyze starch with its own alpha amylase. During the citric acid production, pH dropped to values below 2. The solid state surface process takes 5 to 8 days, at the end of which the entire is extracted with hot water. In other cases, mechanical processes are also used to obtain more citric acid from the cells. Next one is the submerged fermentation. In this, the wheat molasses substrate consists of 12 to 15% sugar content along with the nutritive salts such as ammonium nitrate or potassium dihydrogen phosphate. pH of the substrate is maintained between 5.5 to 5.9. The process can usually run in 1 or 2 stages using hydrophilic spore suspensions or germinated conidia from the propagator stage. The development of the hyphae and the aggregation generally requires a period from 9 to 24 hours at temperature of 32 degrees Celsius. The mycelia aggregates and spherical pellets are formed. The product formed can be predicted after 24 hours of inoculation. The change of pH in this phase is from 5.5 to 3.5 for wheat molasses substrate and 2.2 for the sucrose substrate. Here the fermentation lasts up to 6 to 8 days and later citric acid is purified from mycelium. Now let's see some of the factors affecting the citric acid production. It includes a concentration of carbon source, nitrogen and phosphate limitation, pH, aeration, trace elements and lower alcohols is preferred. Final step is the product recovery. In this, the first step is the separation of biomass from fermentation growth. Separated mycelia retain about 15% of the citric acid formed during fermentation. In the surface process, the fermentation fluid is drained. Hot water introduction is done to wash out the remaining citric acid from the mycelial mats. Filtration cake is dried to yield a protein-rich feed. In submerged process, heating at 70 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes is required for protein coagulation. Oxalic acid is removed by adding calcium hydroxide, and calcium oxalate precipitation occurs followed by centrifugation. In the recovery techniques, first one is precipitation. Precipitation of the insoluble tricalcium sulfate by the addition of an equivalent amount of lime to the citric acid solution is done. To obtain large crystals of high purity, milk of lime containing calcium oxide is added gradually at a temperature of 90 degrees Celsius and pH 7. The minimal loss of citric acid due to solubility of calcium citrate is between 4 to 5%. Calcium citrate is then filtered off and subsequently treated with concentrated sulfuric acid to obtain citric acid. The filter is treated with activated carbon to remove residual impurities or may be purified in ion exchange columns. The purified solution is then concentrated in vacuum evaporators at temperature below 40 degrees Celsius. Then it is crystallized, and drying of citric acid monohydrate by rotary drying equipments or fluidized bed dryers is used. Solvent extraction process can be applied when the fermented must contain a low amount of impurities. And some of the examples are given below, like the trioctylamine, aliphatic alcohols, ketones and ethers, and organophosphorus compounds like tri and butyl phosphate and alkyl sulfoxides. Citric acid can then be recovered from the extract either by distilling of the solvent. The aqueous solution purified citric acid is subsequently crystallized by concentration. The next method is ion exchange. The efficiency of the ion exchange separation process may be greatly enhanced by applying a simulated moving bed counter current flow system. Another method of recovery is by liquid membrane containing mobile carriers consisting of inert mobile ion exchange agent, and also tertiary amines can also be used for the separation of citric acid. The next one is a microporous hollow fibers. In this, the permeator consists of two sets of identical hydrophobic microporous hollow fibers. One set carries the feed solution of citric acid and the other the strip solution. The organic liquid membrane is contained in the shell side between these two sets of hollow fibers, and by this citric acid recovery of up to 99% is obtained. Now let's see the applications of citric acid. Citric acid is accepted as GRAS, that is generally recognized as safe. Citric acid monohydrate is widely used as preservative, flavor enhancer, sequestrant, emulsifying agent, for pH adjustment and for carbonation. In food industries, in jellies and jams, it is used as gelling agent for adding flavors, and in soft drinks and syrups as an acidulant, natural fruit flavor, and for adding tartness. In frozen fruits for the inactivation of oxidative enzymes. In animal fats and oils, it shows synergism with other antioxidants. In dairy products as emulsifier and as antioxidants. In cosmetics for pH adjustment and as an antioxidant agent. In wines and ciders for it prevents turbidity, prevents browning in some white wines, and it also adjusts pH. In fruit and vegetable juices, it acts as stabilizer, and in pharmaceuticals, it acts as an antioxidant, anticoagulant, and acidulant.